I'm scared of this massacre girl.
Heck is freaking me out.
That's very clever.
Man, I'm so scared.
He's going to win, brother.
Hello and welcome back to Tech with Ohm. I'm your host, Ohm McGirt. So I finally had a chance to take a look at the new Universes Beyond Final Fantasy Precon Limit Break. My initial impression was out of the box, the deck is actually really good. There was a lot of stuff going on that I really liked, and there was some stuff that I wasn't super crazy about. So I decided to upgrade it into something that's going to be disgusting. With our commander, I feel like that wouldn't be that difficult to do. Cloud, ex-soldier, he's a 4/4 with haste. When Cloud enters, attach up to one target enchantment you control to it. Whenever Cloud attacks, draw a card for each equipped attacking creature you control. Then if Cloud has power 7 or greater, create 2 treasure tokens. To me, I feel like this deck really wants to be a Voltron deck. The Precon came with most of the pieces for it, but it also included a lot of token generators and stuff like that that I feel like isn't necessary. So we're gonna start changing some things around and moving some things, and we're really gonna focus on the Voltron aspect of this. It may seem like a lot, but I ended up swapping around about 23 cards. So let's jump right into it and take a look at this. Starting with the cards that we're going to be adding in, we have a Brayu Headmaster. Equipment spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Equip abilities you activate cost 1 less to activate. Cloud, Planet's Champion. During your turn, as long as Cloud is equipped, it has double strike and indestructible. Equip abilities you activate, the target Cloud costs 2 less to activate. Nahiri, Forged in Fury. Affinity for equipments. Whenever an equipped creature you control attacks, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. You may cast equipment spells this way without paying their mana cost. Rayav, Master Smith. Whenever a creature you control that's enchanted or equipped attacks, that creature gains double strike until end of turn. Stoneforge Mystic. When Stoneforge Mystic enters the battlefield, you may search your library for an equipment card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. For 1 and a white, you can tap it. You may put an equipment card from your hand onto the battlefield. Steel Shaper's Gift. Search your library for an equipment card, reveal that card, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Heroic Intervention. Permanents you control gain hexproof and indestructible till end of turn. Inventory Management. Split second. For each ore and equipment you control, you may attach it to a creature you control. Adaptive Omni Tool. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact you control. Whenever equipped creature attacks, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. And Drool, Narsil Reforged. Ascend. Whenever equipped a creature attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. If you have the city's blessing, put 2 +1/+1 counters on each creature you control instead. Bloodforge Battle Axe. Equipped creature gets +2/+0. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, create a token that's a copy of Bloodforged Battle Axe, Cluster Sword. Equipped creature gets +3/+2. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Then you may cast a spell from your hand with mana value less than or equal to that damage without paying its mana cost. Excalibur, Sword of Eden. This spell costs X less to cast, where X is the total mana value of historic permanents you control. Equipped creature gets +10/+0 and has vigilance. Equipped to a legendary creature. Sword of Feast and Famine. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has protection from black and from green. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, that player discards a card and you untap all lands you control. The Reaver Cleaver. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has trample, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, create that many treasure tokens. In our last few editions, we have All That Glitters, Enchant Creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact and or enchantment you control. Bear Umbra, Enchant Creature. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and has whenever this creature attacks, untap all lands you control with totem armor. And a Mantle of the Ancients. Enchant creature you control. When Mantle of the Ancients enters the battlefield, return any number of target aura and or equipment cards that could be attached to enchanted creature from your graveyard to the battlefield attached to enchanted creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each aura and equipment attached to it. There's a few lands I decided to swap around as well just because it fit my playstyle a little bit better. I swapped the Slayer's Stronghold for a Sunhome Fortress of the Legion, just for the ability to pay 2, a red and a white. Target creature gains double strike until end of turn. I swapped out Scavenger Grounds for Kessig Wolf Run. For X red and green, target creature gets +X/+O and gains trample until end of turn. A Bonder's Enclave I swapped for a Rogue's Passage, pay 4, tap it, target creature can't be blocked this turn, and I swapped out the Brushland for a Sunbillow Verge just because I thought the green mana count was a little high in this and I wanted a little bit more red. I also swapped around the Vanquish of the Horde for Blasphemous Act. With the approach I'm going with, instead of destroying all creatures, we would deal 13 damage to each creature instead, which would give us a chance to let some of our creatures survive because of how big we're pumping them up. And now for the part that everybody hates, the cuts. We have Erethlass Ancient. I feel like having her in the deck, there isn't enough life gain to warrant it. Bear Avalanche Leader, we completely got rid of all of the token generation in the deck, so he's completely unnecessary at this point. Heidegger Shinra Executive, another token generator. I feel like we don't need it. Skull Clamp, when we don't have the tokens to utilize this properly, there's no point of it even being there. Soldier Military Program is another token generator. Don't need it. Summon Kujata. This one was kind of a weird one for me. I decided to take this one out because at the end of it, it's a 7/5 that only lasts for 3 turns. Ultimate Magic Meteor just didn't seem worth the cost to me, so I took that one out. Sword of the Animus, I took it out because the deck doesn't really run a whole bunch of basic lands to begin with, so I feel like there's a chance it's going to end up hitting a point where it's just not even getting its second ability when we can utilize better artifacts. Avalanche of Sector 7 I feel like is very situational. I'm not trying to do situational. I want something that's going to work every single time. Barrett Wallace, we're not making a whole bunch of big creatures. We're trying to focus on making one creature really big, so I feel like he didn't need to be here. Zach Fair just didn't really seem worth it. It's a nice 1-drop, but at the end it's just kind of useless. Professional Facebreaker, I feel like we have a good amount of treasure generation already, and we have a lot of ways to get some stuff off the top of our deck to cast it, so I feel like there was just better options. As I was making the cuts for the deck, it went from really easy decisions to progressively harder. So if you do decide to follow this guide and you only have a few of the cards, start with the first few cards that I cut and work your way up to these, because these ones I was scratching my head for a while figuring out exactly which ones to get rid of. So these last 6 cards, I went with the Helitrooper. Having flying is nice, but you know, we can make things unblockable, give them trample, stuff like that. So the only really good thing off of this was the cost reduction for equip abilities. Bastion Protector, commander creatures you control get +2/+2 and have indestructible. We have other ways to give it indestructible, to give it hexproof, to give it trample, everything like that. So again, that was a hard cut. Secret Rendezvous, card draw is always nice, so that was kind of hard to get rid of as well. Champion's Helm, another great artifact. I just took that one out because there's better options. Mask of Memory, again, card draw is always great, but just going for more power. And Explorer Scope was another really hard one, but I decided to take it out for more equipments that make my creatures bigger. And that brings us to the end of this one. Let me know down in the comments what you thought, if there was any cards I didn't include that you think I should have, or if there's cards I included that you think I shouldn't have. Let me know down below. If you liked the video, leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. I try and post videos every single week. You can find me on here. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok. I recently started streaming my Spell Table games on Twitch, so you can find me there and join me for some live games. And I'll see you in the next one.